Don't know, I am homeless, broke, jobless. Clock it. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. He decided he didn't want to pay the rent. Okay. Scared of being in debt, but I'm already in debt, so I might as well just get more in debt. Hey, you guys. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. A minute. Sit down. Go get you something to drink like me. And let's talk about it. If you guys don't know, I am homeless, broke, jobless, in a domestic situation with my mother. This has been a nightmare. Not with my daughter's dad anymore. We don't live together. I'm a single mom. I get a little help from him. Yeah, let's unpack everything. Let's unpack everything and what the plan is. Okay? First things first. Hey guys, I know it's been a minute. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. Let's just move you up a little bit, darling. Thank you guys for clicking on and watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for my supporters. And let's just talk about it. So I've been homeless for a year now. Well, it'll be a year next month. And I've been jobless for almost 10 months. Almost 11, I think. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about it. And no. It's not that I'm lazy. It's not that I'm not trying. I'm trying very hard. I put in plenty of applications, from security to Dollar Tree, to Wendy's, to McDonald's, to high-end hospitals, to all of that. Even what I was doing in my previous job, even though I'm not certified, all of it. But I did decide to go back to school. I decided to go back to school multiple times, but I never went forward with it. First of all, the fact that I'm scared of being in debt, but I'm already in debt, so I might as well just get more in debt and go to school. That's America. But anyway, I am tipsy, if you guys didn't notice. I literally, to unpack this trauma, I had to get something to drink. And you know, we're matching. Pink. Yeah. Blush, pink, hair, bald. If you guys don't know, I lost my hair on the side. It goes from here all the way back to here. And I pulled the hair from the back to the front. Clock it. But yeah. I'm homeless. I'm broke. And all that did was brought me closer to God. Like, I read the Bible. I read the Bible every day. Yeah. Clock it. Because it's my turn. It's my turn to get to the top. And unfortunately, I have a 6-year-old that is going through it with me. That's my bestie. That's my girl. That's my whole world. That is my best friend. That's my daughter. The love of my life. The apple of my eye. That's my daughter. Yeah. She's getting ready to graduate kindergarten. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to cry when I think about her graduating from kindergarten, because she just graduated from preschool and then she graduated from kindergarten. And I'm trying to train myself to not cry, because it's a milestone, but it's also, I don't have a baby anymore. Like, that's not my little itty bitty baby. Like, she's gonna be in 1st grade. She's gonna be in 1st grade, and she wants to go to Florida with her family, her dad's side of the family. And I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. But okay. Let me stop playing and get serious, because this is a serious conversation, because I want you guys to be engaged, and I want you guys to see that I'm being myself, I'm being authentic, and yeah, I'm trying to better myself. Okay, so I've been trying to find a job since I lost my job. Unfortunately, I did get comfortable for about a month and a half with unemployment. Like, I didn't want to work. Like, I wasn't trying to work. I was trying to clear my mind and be stress free. I did go. Okay, let's go in the timeline. Let's unpack this, okay?
Oh my gosh!
1, I did not know my daughter's dad did not pay the rent. When I found out he didn't pay the rent, I offered to pay the rent. He didn't want to do that. I didn't know the plan. When he did want to pay the rent, he asked me how much I had left. Sir, when the hell have I been able to save money? I buy groceries. I didn't have a link card. I wasn't getting government assistance. I didn't have a link card, none of that. I'm buying groceries. I'm paying bills. I'm just a girl. Taking care of my daughter. How was I able to say, when I give you the rent money, that's for you to pay the rent? I'm trying not to get mad about that. That's for you to pay the rent. He decided he didn't want to pay the rent. Okay. What we gonna do? So it came down to it. He filed bankruptcy, and we came up with a plan. He go to his grandma's house. I go to my mother's house. If you guys don't know, I don't have a good relationship with my mother. He knows that. He knew that. Before we moved into a house together, I had my own place. I have not lived with this woman. I live with her periodically, like periods of time when I was tired of my dad and my grandma. If you ask me now who I consider my mother to be, it would be my grandmother. My grandmother passed away. But I would consider it to be my grandmother. And not my mother, not the woman who carried me. And I will explain that in a second. He knew I didn't get along with my mother, yet I was willing to compromise in hopes that we would get into place together. I know we didn't have the best relationship. I know that it was ups. I know that it was plenty of downs and more ups. Okay, I know that. But I was willing to stick it through, and that was the wrong mindset because I didn't go into it truly wanting to be with him. I went into it truly wanting to give my daughter the things that I wanted her to have. The two-parent household, her biological father in her life. I wanted to give her that because I had that. But unfortunately, the thing I've learned is that I'm not so different from my mother when it comes to that because she loves my father, I think, with all her heart. And I think my dad broke her heart. And to this day, my dad still comes to the house. They still talk, joke around, laugh, probably do what God knows what. But that is the man who I think broke her to her lowest point, to the point that she would take her anger from him out on me. And if you guys don't know, I'm my dad's first child. He did raise my sister since she was one or two. But I'm his first biological child. So it was very fitting for her to take her emotions out on me. The things that I don't do with my daughter. Okay? But she took her emotions out on me. Unfortunately, I have never lived a glamorous lifestyle, even though I tried to. Unfortunately, I never had the privilege of just not having the weight on my shoulders. And if I'm being honest, I thought coming back here, I thought I bonded with my mother when I first got here. No, not when I first got here. Like a month after, well, no, not even a month, like 2 weeks after me coming. Because like 3 or 4 weeks later, I decided to start paying my friend to live in his place. We did date previously, but we were always friends. We've been friends since I was a shorty, okay? Since I was not a shorty, but a teen. So we've been friends ever since, and I thought we were friends. Unfortunately, he was doing things that I don't agree with, like getting drunk every day and wanting to argue, and we got over that part, and then it was, you know what, it's enough of this. I don't know what I was thinking, deciding to move into his place, never really bringing all of my items, just bringing like my airbed, our clothes, like my daughter clothes, pajamas and stuff, and then my little throw-on clothes because I have not gotten dressed up in I don't know how long. Not even for my birthday, that was March 18th, I didn't get dressed up. Actually, this is probably the most I've been dressed up. Every other day it was in and fool around, but it wasn't what people think it is. It was like once there, once, you know, when the kids are away, because he had a son. it became he wanted to be in a relationship. And I said, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want that. I want to strictly be friends. No more dilly-dallying. No more you in my cookie jar. None of that. I don't want to be that. And the problem is, he could not let go of the fact that I was trying to have my daughter in her, my daughter's father in her life. And that he would bring that up all the time. You begging him to be in her life, and right? So I come back to my mother's house. That happened. That was an everyday thing from July until the end of October. We were staying in the house with him. The end of October, we went back in with my mother. Like, I want to say like 2 days before Halloween. We were good. Me and my mother bonded. We talked about my relationship with her dad, my daughter's dad. We talked about my relationship we talked about the relationship that me and her had, the relationship with my siblings. We talked about all of that. If you guys are not aware, I'm very close to the majority of my siblings. I try to be, even when they get on my nerves. I try to be the closest I can be to them, because I know I love them. They're a part of my life. Like I just love them. I don't really have them. We all went our separate ways. Not separate ways, but we all, it's like we're distancing ourselves. Like we're not really, besides me and my little sister, and sometimes my middle sister, when she's not being wishy-washy, we're like this. My big sister and me, we're like this. She is the one who gave me the advice to get back with my daughter's dad, right along with my father. And I kind of did hold some resentment for her and my dad. But ultimately, I came to the conclusion that it was me. That was my fault. I should never listened. I should always listen to myself. And that's a part of having low self-esteem. You go to other people. You don't have reinsurance in yourself. You need reinsurance from other people. That's just what it is. I grew up always doing that. And that is something that I don't do now. So, it brings me to my mother. I move back in. I pay her rent. Never stopped paying her rent. I've been paying her rent since I've been here, even though I wasn't here. Hence why I don't have anything saved. That's fine. Only what people don't realize is I'm only getting $1,000 from unemployment. I decided I got a credit card offer because my credit started going up. I got the credit cards. I got 2 credit cards, one for $300, one for $500. I paid $100 in the Bank of America to get the $500, and $100 or $100 and some dollars to get the Credit One credit cards. I'm late behind on both of those payments. I'm not mad at nobody but myself. I'm only 1 month behind on both payments. That's pretty good for me having, whatever. I can find a job and I'll catch up. I will catch up. I'm going to call them Tuesday and let them know I'm behind. Well, I'm not even 1 month. I'm just a payment behind on each card. They both do around the same time. So I don't have any money. Like, I literally have $0. Like, not me exaggerating. Like, I literally have $0 in my bank account. I'm not ashamed. I was ashamed at first. I'm not ashamed now. So, come back here with my mother. I thought we were bonding. I thought we were getting along. I thought we were in a good place. It slowly but surely started dwindling when she would mention my daughter. And I don't go out. I have not been out in God knows how long. Even when I was at my friend's house, I didn't go out. Because what am I going outside for? Bitch, I'm trying to get my life together. Oh, excuse me, I can't say that. I'm going to bleep that out. Bleep that out, Ebony. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm not going outside. I have not been outside. Unless I'm walking and the girl is down 10 pounds. Another 120 to go and we are good. But, she mentioned my daughter. Then she reverted back to how she was when I was growing up. Before I even knew what a cocksucker was, my daughter turned 6, the same age that I was when I realized I was being called names that I shouldn't have been answering to. I wouldn't say I realized it, I just knew it was wrong. Bees, all of these things I did not know what they were at the age of 6. And it probably was going on before then. I've been accused of things that are unthinkable by my mother. It's a lot of trauma there. So when I thought we bonded, I really opened up and I expressed to her. I shared with her things that I did not even share with my best friend at the time. The fact that we weren't sleeping together, my daughter's dad weren't sleeping together, and we lived in the same house. The fact that I felt like I was begging him to be with me. The fact that he would ask me to pay money to take me places. All of that bothered me. And so I confided in my mother, who then turned around and said, "Oh, you paying him to be in his daughter's life?" The moment she got mad when I asked her, "Could you please stop mentioning my daughter? My daughter doesn't have to be rah-rah. She don't have to be ghetto. She don't have to be ratchet. She don't have to fight if she don't want to." What's wrong with that? Talking about she's too nice, she's gonna get bullied. If that incident, if that ever arrives, I know how to handle it. I'm her mother. I got it. You don't have to worry about it. Which was my stance. And I didn't disrespect her. I didn't call her no names. None of that. She threatened to call DCFS on me, all because she got mad because I said that, because you stopped mentioning my daughter. She said, "You go out the house and you leave her in here." I tell you, hey, I'm going to the store to get her some food. Hey, remind you, I'm not buying groceries because she doesn't want me to put the food in the refrigerator. She don't want me to put food in the freezer. She don't want me to use the stove, the microwave. It's horrible. It's a horrible environment. And I'm holding on until June 9th. That's the day that my daughter graduates. She's going to go to Florida. If I decide to let her go to Florida, she's going to go to Florida. And when she's out there in Florida, I'm going to get 2 jobs. And I'm going to work my ass off. Because I made a promise to my daughter that by the time she comes back here, she will have her pink house. You guys don't know what that means? She wants to live in a pink house. She wants in a pink place. I don't give a damn if it's an apartment, if it's a 1-bedroom. She will have that pink place. She will have that pink place. My daughter's so uncomfortable here, it's not funny. I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm not ashamed anymore. And I think that is what's giving me the courage to come on here and be myself. Yes, I grew up poor. Not poor to the bone, but poor. I grew up being mentally, physically abused, emotionally abused by my mother. My father loved me down. And so I got 16 and I found out my dad cheated on my mom and had a baby. Well, I found out at 14. I didn't start reacting until 16. And I went to therapy. When I went to Job Corps, I went to therapy. And I mean, therapy, like that was an everyday thing because they asked the question on the test. It's like, "Oh, have you ever thought about yourself?" And I said, yes. And I answered it stupidly, you know? The person who saved me from that was my grandmother. And she didn't tell us all. So, my dad loved me down. And I often wonder, like one day I'm gonna have the conversation with him, like, did you ever sit and wonder why I would sit at the door and cry from the time you left to the time you got back? Or I'll be sitting there but when you come back? That never dawned on you? It never dawned on you when you would leave, I would cry and ask you, can I go with you? That never rang the bell in your head. No, it couldn't have because you kept giving her more and more kids. And I'm not saying I'm ungrateful that I have siblings. I'm saying that she needed mental help and you didn't help her. I love my mother. I don't like my mother. I don't want a relationship with my mother when this is over. I don't. I have officially given up that I don't want a relationship with her. And I'm okay. The last straw was her threatening to call DCFS on me. I'm a good fucking mom. I'm a phenomenal mom. Let's talk about it. It's been days I've been here Everybody's eating, and I didn't eat a thing because I didn't have no money. Yet I made sure I got the money that I did have. I made sure I spent it on my daughter. She did a new school uniform. I made sure I spent it on my daughter. She did food, bought my daughter food. She wanted us a toy, I bought her a toy. I'm a fucking great mom. And ain't nobody gonna take that from me. And I mean that to the bottom of my soul. Ain't nobody gonna take that from me. So, that was the last straw for me. Honest to God. Talking about my daughter. Talking about talking about her father to me in front of my daughter. Yeah. The relationship was done then. No, I don't have nothing wrong with her voicing her opinion about him. But don't do it in front of my daughter. I don't do it in front of my daughter. I would not do it in front of my daughter. It's a respect thing. And this was a long time coming. And like I said, I've always been appreciative that she let us come here. Always. But I'm not your punching bag. I'm not a doll that you can just throw around. I have feelings. I'm a human. I deserve respect. Because it's what I give you. And if you can't give that to me, I don't need you in my life. At all. And it hurts to say it. Well, it don't hurt today to say it. But a couple weeks ago I heard it. You know what hurt my feelings the most? Well, that she did all that in front of my daughter. All that cursing and yelling. And I did say, and I mean it. You play DCFS games with me, or anything that involves around my daughter, I will bury you. And I ain't talking about causing her no physical harm. You play DCFS games with me, and you'll regret it for the rest of your life. That's the woman who carried me. She's at my daughter's birth. I thought we bonded then. I thought she was showing love coming to the birth. She's the first person to ever hold my daughter. She was the first person to ever hold my daughter. She held her before I did. She was there when I signed the DNR papers. Do not resuscitate. Save my daughter. Don't worry about me. But how selfish would that be to say, save my daughter? How selfish was I to say, don't worry about me, save my daughter? Not realizing at the time that you're about to leave this little girl in this world without you. So that is why I'm so close with my daughter. That is why I break my neck for my daughter. That's why I give my daughter the last of whatever I got. And I wished that my mother would have did the same thing for me. I wish my daughter's father knew the issues that I dealt with when I was pregnant with her. The things that were coming up with every week. And while he was out having sex with multiple women and doing it and going on dates and doing what he had to do with other people. Your daughter would have been left in this world without me. Then what would she be? Nobody thinks about me besides my best friend and my little sister. Nobody stops to think, oh, maybe Ebony's carrying too much. Nobody thinks about that. Instead, Ebony thinks about everybody. And that is why I'm always behind. That is why I've always... I'm done begging people to do right by me. That man, her dad, cannot tell you that I was a horrible girlfriend. That I'm a horrible mother. We might have had our ups and downs, but it was because of him. I know when somebody's cheating on me. I know when somebody don't want to be with me. I know. So if I'm asking you to be honest. All of this has played a part in my mental health. And yet I still pivot. I still hit the ground running no matter what. That is a cold bitch. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's the cold bitch. Because of all odds, even now, I'm broke as fuck. No money. How is she doing this with no money? God's grace, baby. That's it. God's grace. And the woman that I'm becoming at 32, I wish I could look back and flip the numbers to when I was 23 years old. I would have never gave that man a chance. He beat my ass when I was pregnant with his, would have been his 4th kid, my 2nd. I'm the 3rd baby mama. I should have left it. I should have never talked to his ass off that. Off that. I carry it, but I don't want to show it. That shit bothers me. Every month go by that I don't have my baby. Every month go by that I had to make a decision. Because I was traveling every day because one specialist will say they don't see a heartbeat. Another specialist said they see it, but it's faint. I mean, it was horrible. It was a horrible. I said, I'm done. I don't even know at the end if my baby had a heartbeat or not. I didn't even wanted to know what the baby was. That is pain. But I still went on with the relationship knowing that I didn't want to be with him. And that is my fault. I take full responsibility. I should never give up my place. I should never give him another chance. I should never been in my mother's house. I should never went to live with my whatever he was. Because he was a friend, now we don't talk. So, my old friend, I should have never done that. My best friend said, even my mother did say, stop and think. Why is he back now? He always comes back when I am happy and thriving for some fucking reason. Now that I know that, you can never come back. Well, take him back because I'm talking like I'm talking to him. I'm talking to you guys. So, all that to say, I am wrapped up. I have a lot of horror and trauma stories. I have a whole lot of self-doubt. I have a whole lot of shameful moments. Well, I'm not ashamed no more because I gave it to God, but I was very shameful. The guys that I've been with have taken advantage. And the only thing I can do is make sure that don't happen to my daughter. The only thing I can do is make sure that my daughter or my nieces or nephews carry the burden of trying to please everybody. It's bad enough that they're gonna grow up with their mothers and fathers that have not healed from the trauma that was caused by their own family. My daughter's not a punching bag. She is a gift from God. And I treat her as such. There are times when I yell and get irritated with her. I'm a fucking mom. Why wouldn't I get there? Why wouldn't there be times when I get irritated and annoyed? There are plenty of times. But then she do something and that's when I'm mad at her. And in a split second, I could actually see me when I was her age. And I could see that I was just a kid and she is just a kid. Best friend and me, we've been through so much together. There's been a lot of words between us when we were mad. But that is my freaking sister. She is the family that I created. She is the one who come and save me when nobody else do. She was there when my daughter was born. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I think God knew I needed her. And she might have needed me. We've been with each other, I don't even know how long. We've been friends since grammar school. I love all my siblings. I love my parents. My dad is teaching me how to drive. Well, he was. Now my little sister's teaching me how to drive. She's 21. She got a license. So, I had my baby. And then my baby's after I had my baby. And I mean that. And they know it. And I show it. I mean, wholeheartedly love them. I wasn't gonna come back to YouTube until I was in my place. It's been a year and I'm still not in a place. And I have to start somewhere. If I'm going to do this, I need to commit to doing this. I was even told not to record in that fucking house. And look at me, recording the house. She might tell me to get the fuck out. If she see this video, she might say get out. I'm used to it. Now I gotta keep going. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep rolling. I gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm gonna end up being successful one way or the other. And everything that happened before, I will look at it like I'm looking at it now. It's gonna be a key point to why I succeed. All the hurt, all the trauma, all the drama will be a key point in why I succeed. Because I said I'm trying to sell this camera. If you guys don't know, her dad bought me this camera. I tried to sell it because I don't have any money. I tried to sell all my stuff. Couldn't sell the watch because it had a line on it. Couldn't sell the camera. They didn't want it. So they offered me $120 for the camera. Why would I give you? Why would I take $120? You think I'm that desperate? No. And I kept asking God, give me a sign, give me a sign. And the sign was, you can't sell it, so you need it. I fell asleep praying. Somebody screamed. No movement in my mother's house. Everybody's asleep. Somebody screamed. I fell asleep praying. Somebody screamed. And I hopped up out of my sleep because it felt like it was in my ear. I prayed and went back to sleep. Had the dream of keep going, keep pushing, keep moving forward. You are doing what I'm telling you to do. And I keep saying, damn, is that God talking to me? Then I keep seeing all these signs, all these different signs. And then this lady on TikTok posted something. And it still gets to me right now. And I swear to you, it felt like she was talking to me because she said it was a womanly figure that's been watching you, that's covering you, and you're going through a lot. But another womanly figure in your life that hates you. That hates you. And that other figure is protecting you. And she gave out these signs and I think that was for me. I'm hurt. I'm still hurt. I'm not over it. I'm not over it, but I'm over it. I can't dwell on the fact that he never treated me right, and I knew he never treated me right, and I should have left a long time ago. I can't dwell on the fact that I should never came to my mother's house. I can't dwell on the fact that she will never like me, or I'll never be good enough for her. I can't dwell on the fact that just to be called a fat in the end. Those are traumatic moments to me. Those are things my daughter had to witness since I've been here. I will succeed because it's part of God's plan. I know it is. All these signs, all these coincidences. I'm going to succeed. No doubt in my mind. But the relationship with my mother is over. The relationship with my daughter's dad is over. And I don't have a place to stay right now. I don't have a job. My daughter's getting ready to go to Florida if I let her go. And how hard that is for me to say. My daughter is gonna be a whole nother state. A whole other state with her family. The same family that my daughter's dad decided to reach out to me and say my dad's gonna file for custody or take me to court for custody and what? And I'm debating if I'm gonna let her go or not. I want her to know them. I want her to have them. But then I think, are they the type of people that would sabotage my relationship with my daughter? And that's all I keep getting. So if I decide to let her go, I need to file the proper paperwork by Tuesday in order for it to be official. And she'll come back August 1st. I've made a promise. Now I told them keeping my promise. I said by August 1st, by the time she come back, I will have a place. She will have her pink house. I seen a post that said a girl wearing all pink, basically all of a sudden is a girl that's healing. I didn't realize it until just now, actually, that I literally have on all pink. Literally all pink in front of me. Pink drink, pink gloss, pink camera, pink wipe, pink whatever, pink clothes, pink blush. So that is where I've been, you guys. I'm homeless, jobless, walking on the edge of anxiety, and not wanting to be on earth. But that two little parts, my heart and my daughter's heart, nobody is gonna come in between that, because I refuse to let it break. I refuse to leave her here without me. I refuse. And God knows if something happened to her, He would need to take me too, because I wouldn't survive. I would not survive. I'm not about to cry anymore. I'm trying to be strong while I record this. I'm done crying. So, that's where I've been. That's what's been going on. I'm going to continue to work out. I'm going to continue to look for a job. I'm going to continue to look for a place. We're going to get that goddamn place. We're going to get that job. We're going to get that car. We're going to get that license. If you guys are from Chicago, I drove on Stony Island. My little sister tricked me and got me on Stony Island, baby. She was teaching me how to drive, and she got me on Stony Island. I've been avoiding Stony Island, baby. And she got me on Stony Island. Driving on Stony Island. Where the streets go like this. Okay, clock it. Clock it. We're gonna get that license, and we're gonna get that car, we're gonna get that job, and we're gonna get that place. I don't know what order. It's all gonna be by God's grace. God's mercy, God's grace. Guys, like, people be like, oh, you don't go to church. No, I don't go to church. But I have a church I watch on TV. I have a pastor I watch on TV. I'm subscribed to them. I'm subscribed. I get text messages. I go to Bible study. Even though it's online, I go to Bible study. I take notes. I reinvent myself every day. Okay? I might be in spiritual warfare. But the devil ain't got shit on God when it comes to me. Nothing. So, we're gonna leave that alone. Sophiology. She shared this scripture so often in her videos. And I never paid attention to it. I never paid attention to it until I became homeless, broke, jobless, struggling. I'm talking about in the dirt. Okay, I had so much pride. I'm talking about so much pride. I don't have none. Bitch, if I need it, I'm asking. I need this. I need that. Pride. That's out the window, baby. God, he's doing his big one. That's all I can say. He's going to do his big one when it comes to me. So everybody keep wishing for my downfall. Keep thinking that I'm going to fall, babe. Because I'm not. This crown may tilt, but it ain't gonna fall. And my next man, and I mean this, Cole, I mean this from the bottom of my heart to the top, to the bottom of my feet, to the top. The person that I make my man will be God sent, God fearing, a provider, a good man, a good husband, a good boyfriend, a good father. Because I am going to have another baby. I am. I'm speaking into existence. I am going to have another baby. I don't give a damn if I'm 35. I'm going to have another baby because that's what I want. I want to be married. I want my daughter to feel like her stepfather is her father. Even though she has her father, I want her to have two fathers. I want her to feel like if her dad gets remarried, that his wife will be another mother figure. Me and him not enemies. We just been through some shit. I'm not my mother's enemy, even though she looks at me like one. She's not my enemy. But anyway, that's enough for that. I'm just letting you guys know this is what I've been going through, and this is what it is. So, Sophiology shares the scripture a lot, and it's Jeremiah 29 in the NIV version. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. It's in my phone. She shares that quote a lot. I haven't been reading the Bible that long of a time. I'm still in Genesis, obviously, but I do scan through the Bible, and I go to certain scriptures a day. Or if I feel like going to certain scriptures versus Genesis, but I read 10 pages of Genesis a day. So I'm almost done with that. It tells you how long I've been reading it since it's 50 verses. But yeah, that is what I'm leaving you guys with today. If you guys like what you see and you want to subscribe, you want to like, comment, keep up with your girl. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Follow me on here. Hit that notification bell so you know when I post. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. If you made it to the end, thank you. Thank you.